Hey, makeup lovers and others, welcome back to Contour and Candor. And big news, big news. I found my dress for my nephew's wedding. It just came and I am very happy because I don't have to keep looking for a dress. I don't love it. I'll be honest. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Yay. All right. The wedding's in October. So hoping to lose a few more pounds. This dress will definitely be better if I can lose a few more pounds. In an effort to make my videos shorter, I did my concealer. I'm not going to do foundation today, just concealer. And the under eyes, still sad. So I was thinking about, as I lie in bed last night, completely unable to sleep, didn't fall asleep till like 5 in the morning. Not sure why. Not sure what's going on there. But I had lots of time to think, and I thought, okay, I have no topics. But one thing came to mind that I did want to talk about, which was what brings you joy and what breaks your heart. So what makes your heart sing and what breaks your heart, to put it another way. I forget. Oh, I do remember what brought this thought to life was someone I know and love, but who doesn't seem to have any capacity for empathy. Just can't relate to other people's pain. So sympathy and empathy, I guess, but is kind. But anyway, so we'll start with what brings you joy. Let's start with the happy stuff. So I was thinking about what brings me joy in life, and definitely the grandbabies. Yeah, they bring me joy. Just everything about them. Getting to see them grow, even if it's mostly through pictures, but just getting to spend time with them and see how their minds work and what their interests are, their unique qualities. I have one grandniece she's just so quirky, and I adore her. I just think she's the coolest human, which is not a surprise because her mother is the coolest human. Just so fun. And I love that they both have a sense of self, and not in a rude way. Just in a, they know their own mind. I love it. And getting to see just all of them develop brings me, excuse me, every time I try and film a video. Don't know why. What brings me joy. My dog brings me so much joy. Other people's dogs bring me a lot of joy too. Like if I'm driving around and I see cute dogs, I will roll the window down and say, "Hey, your dog is so cute. I love your baby." I'm that girl, and I am proud. But my dog, her name is Matilda Jane, and I call her Tilly. And her big sister is in heaven. She was Sadie Mae. And both of these girls have just getting to be their mama, getting to be the person they're most excited to see. When I was, came back from babysitting my sister's dogs, and my Tilly Jane was so happy to see me, and just her personality, her little quirky personality. She's another one, and her sister, who's in heaven. They both know their mind. They are exactly like, they're the sweetest things, but they would not do what you do not want, if they're not in the mood for it. Just so fun. And Tilly and I love to go for rides in the car. That's her favorite thing, ride in the car with Mama. And we go down to the ocean, or You know, we're just out and about together, and she's so fun. She's so excited when I say, "Oh, there's a doggy." She, oh, and yesterday she almost lost her mind because she was on a ride in a car with Mama, and we just left the driveway, turned the corner, and there is on the neighbor's front lawn a turkey, just one turkey, which is very unusual. I hope that turkey's okay, because they're usually in a flock. But yeah, and Tilly Jane, lost her mind. She wanted to get to that turkey. She's just fascinated when she sees other animals and, you know, bunnies. I say, there's a bun. Oh, she loves the buns. So Tilly Jane brings me so much joy. The ocean, if you know, you know. If you know me, you know. I love the ocean. And taking photographs of nature brings me a lot of joy. But just appreciating, there's not an ugly ocean. Like, if it's gloomy, there's a beauty to it. If it's even drizzling, there's a beauty to it. If there's lightning over it, it's just stunning. The sun dappling the water. And of course, my all-time favorite, sunset. Love it. I'm sure I'd love sunrise too, but I'm never up early enough to see it. I've seen a couple of sunrises, but usually I'm asleep through them. But anyway, yeah, those things bring me joy. A Steeler football game brings me both joy and panic and heart palpitations, frustration, everything brings me all of it. You know, getting to spend time with family brings me joy. Worship brings me joy. And especially when you're in a worship service and there's just something where, you know, you just feel, for those of you who don't know, who don't have, share my faith, it's like God's Spirit just shows up in a more powerful way, and you just sense His presence in such a real way. And that brings me incredible joy. Yeah, so those are just some of the things. I got to keep going. I could talk about this forever, but those are some of the things that bring me joy. And I will say, when I was acting, being on stage brought me joy. That was a wonderful time. Hard time in some ways, but also just an amazing time. All right. Catching up with old friends. So many things. What breaks your heart? There are many things that break my heart. And so there's this man, and he is probably early 60s, if I had to guess. And he stands throughout the year at the intersection of, you got the Wendy's, the Chick-fil-A, and then the turn into the shopping plaza. So I'm usually turning into the shopping plaza because my Starbucks is there. And he stands against a traffic signpost, and with a sign that he's homeless. And so over the years now, a couple of years, I've tried to talk to him. I've tried, you know, just to, how's your day? How are you? Are you doing okay? Talk about the weather. Yes, I give him money. And give him protein bars, and packed up a little drawstring bag of essentials. You know, he's clean. He's always clean. He's neat. So I'm pretty sure if he is in fact homeless, he has access to a shower. He's never smelled or anything like that. But it breaks my heart. There's definitely something wrong there, you know, in talking to him, but he's nice. But every time it's like he doesn't know who I am, but not in a dementia way necessarily. Yeah, so people in need and just feeling helpless, not sure what to do. And I know there's really nothing I can do other than what I'm already doing, I think. But I pray, like, please, God, if there's something I should be doing that I'm not doing, show me what that is, because I want to do it. But yeah, that breaks my heart. When people are rude to their kids, mean to their kids, oh, that makes me angry. Breaks my heart. Yeah, when I hear couples who are so hateful to each other, like it's clear that they're a couple, and they just speak so hatefully to one another. Ugh, it kills me, crushes me, because I'm somebody who wanted to get married. Now I'm very grateful that I didn't. I actually think I'm sure that was God's design. I think I'm a pain in the behind, so I think I'd be a burden to somebody. It's probably for the best that I didn't get married, but yeah, I hear these people and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, there was a time in your life where you looked at this person and you thought, I love them so much, I want to get married, we're going to have this life together, and this is how you talk to them. Like, I know that we all go through things. I snap at people I love and have to go back and apologize. But you can tell with some people, like, this is just how they are. This is how they speak to each other. Oh, that is heartbreaking to me. Yeah, when you see the news of a hurricane that has destroyed people's lives, their homes, their communities, or famine. Oh my gosh, breaks my heart. And then people ask why I care about ending the cult of Scientology. Well, I hear stories about the kids who grew up in that cult and who worked 100 hours a week at 14, who were separated from their parents. I hear stories about elders who at 79 are living on a bunk bed and still working 70 plus hours a week, whose illnesses are not being addressed, who are being kept away from their families because their families have spoken out or criticized. That breaks my heart. Yeah, so I care about that. Go to savethegarden.org to do your part in ending Scientology anyway, go to savethegarden.org, please. Thank you. Animal abuse. Oh, man. Child abuse, even worse. I mean, come on. Injustice. Oh, I will not get into it, but there was a case where that I know of where a guy was really denied justice. The judge, judicial misconduct to the nth degree. Yeah. That doesn't just break my heart. It does break my heart because, like, that man has a record that he does not deserve, and it hopefully will not limit his opportunities in life and trajectory in life. But how horrible that was allowed to happen and to stand. Yeah, injustice in general. There's so many things, but if your heart doesn't break about certain things, particularly things that are in your world, because it's easy to look at pictures of famine and overseas destruction and just feel, oh, that's terrible that happened. But what about in your own life? What about somebody who is lonely, a neighbor who's lonely, or that guy leaning against the sign, asking for handouts. Every time I drive by the battered women's shelter, that breaks my heart. The people who are at the thrift store who are, like, I go to thrift stores. I love a thrift store. I have my own eBay store. I'm a flipper. But when I go to those stores and I see people who are buying out of genuine need, I'm grateful that those things are there. We should be giving, but you can tell the difference, like people looking for a bargain and people who are just desperate. If that doesn't break your heart, ask yourself why, and then maybe get some therapy, because something should break your heart in life. Excuse me. Or maybe, you're not really living your life. You're not allowing yourself to feel. And that's not a good place to be. And of course, there. Okay. All right, we're wrapping this up here. Let's just throw some of this glazed sugar, frosted sugar plum? No, glazed sugar plum on me. This is from Trish McAvoy. Okay. Lips again, where the Trish Nude stick. Sorry. There you go. Yeah. So we're not doing a big makeup today, just a little makeup today. And dimension to the eyes, people. But I hope you are living a life where you are experiencing things that make your heart sing and things that break your heart. Because that's what being alive is. That's life. All righty, here we go. I'm putting a brown on. Is this the whiskey? Yeah. The thing I love about the Urban Decay liners, other than their staying power and their creaminess, is like their shades are so good. They don't just have brown. They have like probably 6 browns. So they have a warm brown, a cool brown, soft brown, etc. A golden brown, all kinds of things. So that is, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's why I like them so much. Sorry, I'm getting a notice. Don't you hate that? Let's see. We've done the brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're not great. In fact, I see a big hole. So we will fill that hole in. Gotta check the mirror. Gotta check the mirror. And then this one is darker, but we don't care enough today. Okay. Checking the under eyes. Crinkly. Blend it out. Okay, funny story. Cleaners just came. And I was raised without cleaners, but then my mom hired cleaners, and she always cleans before the cleaners come. And I think it's so funny. I know when I was working outside of the home, because right now I'm working from home, and I had a cleaning lady who came, I was like, yes, I mean, I'm not a slob, but I was like, you get what you get. Because, yeah, I'm hiring her because I don't have time to clean, like, do the deep clean. So she came, I think, once every other week or once a month or something, just to do the deep clean. And I was so grateful. I felt so spoiled and so grateful. I did have one woman that I called WWCL, World's Worst Cleaning Lady. And it was like a ministry, is how I looked at it. The woman needed work, so I paid her to come and not clean my house. I don't know. But then I got Chris, and Chris was an amazing cleaning lady because she is like this brilliant woman. She's a chef. She's so industrious. And she's just a hustler. She just, is entrepreneurial, and she was so good. And my friend, I liked her so much. All right, putting this on, last thing, the mascara. All right, so sorry I didn't do anything fancy today. In fact, I did the opposite of fancy with my makeup. But I did really want to talk about that idea of what brings you joy, what breaks your heart, and kind of looking at your life through the lens and asking yourself, when you don't know, what to do, when you're in that situation and you don't know what to do, pray about it. Or ask somebody in your life, hey, this is the situation. Ask Claude if you use AI. He might have some ideas for you. Because it is a helpless feeling, but people have to want to be helped. You can't take away their self-determination unless they're a danger to themselves or others. And but you can show kindness. You can always show kindness. You can always acknowledge their humanity and treat them as what they are. They're people created in the image of God, and they matter to God, and they need to matter to us. That's one of my core life philosophies. People matter to God, so they need to matter to me. So feel free to adopt that one if it resonates with you as a core life philosophy. And yeah, so that is the face. Oh, such as it is, people. Such as it is. It's the same standard as for the dress. I don't hate it. Woo! But I may knock things over. All right. So go on out there. Have a great day. Remember, God loves you so much. And I really appreciate you. So, necklace. We'll do it later. Until next time. Bye.